Have you ever heard people saying, never mind his opinion, he's prejudiced? Have you or a member of your family been discriminated? Today we'll talk about the meaning of prejudice, discrimination, and stereotypes and discuss some examples from everyday life. So, this is Robert. Robert's a working class person. He's a truck driver. And this is Robert's neighbor, Marcel. Marcel owns a small bookkeeping company with 2 employees. Marcel is very proud to be his own boss. When Robert and Marcel meet, they have all sorts of ideas about each other. Some of them are true, some of them are based on stereotypes and prejudice. People belong to certain groups, which might be racial, gender-based, or simply on what a person has chosen to eat. Everyone belongs to at least one group. Being part of a group is not everything that there is about a person. For example, Robert is not only a truck driver, but he also loves rock music and he plays in a band at the weekends. Sometimes people are judged only based on the fact that they belong to a group. For example, Marcel thinks that truck drivers spend their free time just watching TV. But Robert doesn't even have a telly at home. Let's look at how people judge based on stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. So, just think what a truck driver looks like in people's minds. Watching the telly is included in it. A belief about a certain group of people is called a stereotype. Stereotypes can be positive or negative. They are an exaggerated idea of what a group looks like. Marcel thinks that truck drivers are hardworking and open-minded. Those are positive stereotypes because they reflect well on a group. On the other hand, Marcel thinks that truck drivers are not very intelligent and don't like art, which are negative stereotypes. Robert thinks that accountants are all very rich because they know a lot about savings and investments. But he also thinks that accountants are mean and do not care about people, which is a negative stereotype. Both positive and negative stereotypes can have a negative effect on a person. For example, one ethnic stereotype is that Jewish people are very good at managing a business, which is a positive stereotype. But it can make a Jew feel pressure and feel like a failure if he is not very successful in his own business or is interested in arts, for example, which is a negative outcome. Stereotypes are exaggerated beliefs about a group of people. But let's see what happens when we take a step further and apply a stereotype to a specific person. Prejudice is a feeling towards a person based on their belonging to a group. For example, Robert thinks that company owners exploit their employees. This is, as we have already seen, a stereotype. But if Robert decides that he doesn't like Marcel just based on the fact that Marcel owns the company, then Robert is being prejudiced to Marcel. His feeling of dislike, which springs from his belief in a negative stereotype, is a prejudice. What are your examples of positive stereotypes? For example, about Arabs or about Roma people? Now share your examples of negative stereotypes of Arabs and your examples of negative stereotypes of Roma people. Have you ever been prejudiced to someone? Never? Ever? Better think twice before judging a person. Step in his shoes and try to understand the other viewpoints.